Faye Simmons was a happy and busy wife and mother of 4 when she was rushed to the hospital on March 22nd, 2015, and given a frightening diagnosis. Welcome to the show, Faye.
It's great to be here, Maggie.
Take me back to that day.
Well, that day I call a milestone day in my life. I was alone in my house in Florida. I was in Florida because my daughter is an equestrian rider, very serious. She was trying to be part of Canada's Pan Am team coming right to Toronto that summer, and so she has to train in Florida in the winter because you can't ride in Canada. So Dawn and my husband Don and April were actually 6 hours away at a horse show in Georgia. I was alone at the house, and all of a sudden I had internal bleeding that became evident, and to make a long story short, I was rushed to the hospital, and I actually almost died that day in medical terms. So actually what had happened was 4 years before, we knew I was sick. I was diagnosed with cirrhosis. We didn't know I was sick, but the diagnosis came as a surprise. They felt that that I had 2 autoimmune disorders that were attacking my liver for probably 20 years.
Wow.
And at that stage, they found out that my liver was 70% damaged already.
Wow. And so when you were diagnosed 4 years prior, did you feel like, okay, I need to find a liver donor? Was that explained to you? Did you feel like we need to start this search?
Well, we knew at some point that I would need to have a transplant because it was a chronic disease, no cure. And so, you know, we actually took some steps to search the idea of having a transplant earlier, but we're told that I would need to wait until I was at a certain point of illness where I could even be eligible to be on a transplant list.
Wow. And so up to that point, March 22nd, 2015.
I was living fairly normally. They had me on some medication that was keeping everything under control. And there were things that happened with liver disease, that side effects that you don't really know are happening. You know, I realize now how much of a fog I was in. With the liver, it's really the chemical factory of your body. And so it filters out all of the toxins and things that you don't want in your body. But if it's 70% damaged, it's not working. And so those toxins stay in and they go to your brain. And it's called encephalopathy. And it puts you in a fog and makes you unaware of some things that are happening around you. You know, when liver failure came, there were days I didn't even recognize Dawn. I was shuffling in the hospital. They found me one night walking through other patients' rooms. And it wasn't very nice.
And so, Faye, at some point, did you ask God why?
You know, I don't blame God for things, and I know that He was there to support me all the way through. So, I don't remember asking Him why. There were lots of reasons to ask why, but you know, I would never put blame on Him for that.